Chef Cirillo, we're talking about almost a meal in a bowl, and this one is borscht, but with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, we're going to be using golden beets. And traditionally, the borscht is made with red beets.
Yes.
Just look at that. Look at how beautiful those beets are. We also have here as a bouquet garni, which is our flavoring agent.
Okay. Now, explain what this is. This is a classical French term.
It's a classical French term. Basically, it's a flavoring agent that you use when you're making soups, because you're putting spices and you're putting herbs into the soup.
Right.
If you just put them into the soup, it's going to be very difficult to fish those
like peppercorns. You couldn't
get
them out.
So what you do is traditionally what we do is we put it in a cheesecloth, and we tie it and we basically insert it into the soup, and then when the soup is done, you just pull it out. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start sautéing our beets.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is maybe, Anthony, what you can do is if you want to slice some of this onion up for me.
How much would you like, Chef?
Yeah, you can just do half of that onion.
I will do that.
So we're going to get our beets going, and I'm going to add my potatoes, just like that. I'll just take the onions here. Just add the onions in, just like that. So we want to roast that up a little bit. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to add our cabbage.
Okay. Good for you in so many ways,
Absolutely. Fantastic. And we're going to add a little bit of tomato. Yeah, this is basically, it's a canned tomato, but if you have, fresh, ripe tomatoes, which, you can use the fresh, ripe tomatoes also.
Sure.
So at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of cider vinegar.
That's interesting. Okay.
A little bit of vinegar, and again, that's the acidity that we want in this soup. We're going to now add our stock.
That's chicken stock?
It's our chicken stock, and again, you can use vegetable stock. If if you have vegetarians in the family, then just use it, or you have guests coming over, just use vegetable stock. So at this point now, our bouquet garni goes in.
There it goes. Peppercorns, mustard seeds, thyme,
a little bit of parsley, garlic, and you just let that come up to a boil. Once that comes up to a boil, we place our lid on it, and then it'll start, again, because of the potatoes, it'll start to thicken on its own.
And so how long do we cook this for, Chef?
This is going to go probably about 30 to 35 minutes. So it doesn't take long. You just want to make the beets nice and tender.
With our soup simmering, we welcome the head of the Holland Marsh Growers Association, Jamie Riome, who's here to discuss why we should be looking and asking for locally grown produce.
We're very excited about the movement, and I believe that the association came on at the right time because people have begun to question where they get their food from. When you can't find the country where your food came from on a map, that becomes suspect, and most people want to know where their food comes from. Everybody wants to have a farmer like they do their own mechanic, like they do their own doctor. The chefs want their own farmers because that puts a face to what's going on with the food. People have now awoken and they want to see what's happening, and they want to know that the food that they're getting is safe, healthy, and nutritious for you. When we're trying to make a difference with local food, what we're talking about is these are your fellow Ontarians. These are your fellow Canadians. These are guys that are doing it because they want to grow for you. They're farmers for a reason. They're very good at what they do.
Back to the Academy, where Chef Cirillo has turned Holland Marsh Gold into a hearty delicacy.
So we have our soup finished here.
Look at this.
At this point, the bouquet garni has already been removed.
Right.
Okay? But if you look at that, you see the beets, you see the cabbage, everything's lovely. It's just beautiful. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little bit of some chives. And again, you want to add this now, right at the end. Because
fresh herbs at the end?
Because if you add it earlier, what's going to happen, your herbs and your chives are going to become gray.
They're going to disappear.
And they're not going to, you look at how that little bit of green really brought this soup together.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do here, again, what I do, a little trick from the trade, is I just take a bowl, because you don't want to drip all over that nice plate that you have there. And you just basically, look at that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Normally you would serve sour cream with your borscht. So a little sour cream on top like that.
Colored beets.
Colored beets.
Candy stripe and gold.
Just put them over
now, if they've been blanched, Chef, now with a little
more chives.
Because I don't think chives and sour cream, I don't think you can ever get enough. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Candy stripe beets, golden beets in there, cabbage, all the flavors of the escarpment in one bowl.
Absolutely.
Chef Cirillo.
Thank you.
Excellent. Outstanding.